Hello everyone. So the start of the season grind is finally over, and I've locked in my spot above top 9, which is where I wanted to be. So now I'll have time to make these videos every 2 days and put one out every 2 days for you. I just wanted to make sure I had my spot locked in, and that way we can get more people in the channel, right? So now this build, I call it the Killer of Kings build because it is just it's strong start to finish, especially if you start with Zask or Chow or Diggy Chow. It's just gonna be destructive. Also, it gives you fast games and very fun too. It's a very fun build because who doesn't like building summoners? Now most people they scale off late game with summoners, but this build it really just keeps scaling the whole game. You just got to make sure you do it right, and I'm gonna teach you exactly how to do it, start to finish right now. So I got a pretty good start here with the Diggy Chow. Go ahead and sell those other heroes. Try to get my gold going because we want to get the. What I like to do when I'm using, this commander that is 15% off on the upgrade, I like to upgrade as fast as I can so I can get those expensive, 4 or 5 gold heroes that I need, mainly Claude. So Claude is going to be your core hero in this summoner build. The Chow Diggy gives you that extra gold each round. You can keep Claude and Diggy in, and you're gonna get gold every round. So not only is this build effective, but you also are gonna be making, pretty crazy income.
One kill.
Now, I could have cycled through my shop there, or upgraded, to try to win that first round. But I wanted to stay above 10 gold. That way I at least have some interest, started right off the bat. The first few rounds aren't always that important. So there we go. I see a Zask and I see a carry. So I'm going to get both of those guys.
Speed, precision,
And
strength.
upgrade the commander right off the bat.
And faster.
Which if I'm using Ragnar or something like that, I'll wait till I get to 20, or if I'm trying to make 3 stars, I will wait to upgrade. But this build, it's just constant upgrade that commander, because really you're gonna start leveling up your heroes when you're at full capacity, so that way you don't have to worry about anything. You can just finish them off. Now Celestials are extremely good early game. With that extra attack boost, it's going to help you out a lot. And you can see this guy, he's kind of put himself in a hole. He's at 0 gold. So you never want to do that, guys. You always, at a very minimum, keep your gold over 10.
Is there a ninja who has stolen my skill of doppelganger?
So another thing that makes the summoner build so easy now is, obviously I'm going to be going for those blood heroes, but if you find a son, and you find what is her name or his name, that Papa whatever, the marksman summoner, you can just start your 4 summoners right away. So you can go either way. You can find the 2 blood heroes, or you can find all the normal summoners. And you're going to be strong right off the bat if you find either of those. So they really kind of enhance the summoners with this update, and also made it a lot easier to build. So the first fate box hits. I'm not risking my hit points too much, because this build it's not really crazy item based. Like, you can kind of work with whatever. I'd say the main thing you're looking for in this build is going to be one of the pink stunning runes. And you can see right there, since my capacity was already at 5, I was able to,
Blood of monkey
you know,
would
find
never
these
die.
summoner heroes already. And I'm going to upgrade again because, you know, I want the expensive heroes, and I also just want everything spread out and thick right off the bat. So right after Fate Box, we got 4 summoners. I'll be taking the Wukong out when I find Sicilian, but just for now, it's just a filler to keep your hit points high and keep the win streak going. Now, obviously, at this point in the game, it's pretty early to have 4 summoners. Usually, when I'm doing this build, I'll get it at the first boss stage. So I got it 2 rounds earlier, which of course we'll take it.
Fate forced me. One strike.
Now I'm
one
gonna grab
skill.
this Natalia because with this build you'll be done at 8 slots, so you can have 1 hero that's a filler, I guess, which you can put Natalia in, or you can put Minotaur in for that chances of missing on Claude. But I like to use Natalia because if it goes super late, and really the only thing that could counter this build like super late is going to be a full mage comp. So I can always throw Alucard in there and counter them. But also Natalia, I mean, right now she's just a super good hero. So even without Alucard, and you know, she's going to be stunning their back line, making or not stunning them, silencing their back line. And it just kind of synergizes well with this build. So we won't really be refreshing much at all in the shop until our capacity is a little higher, because you know, we want a higher chance to find Claude, and also we want to get Mr. Gatto in because his stun, you know, is really effective with this build. So the items here, I was kind of debating whether to go for that mage item for Gatto or go for the attack speed for Claude. I decided to go with the attack speed because I know I'm going to find Claude before I find Gatto. So now I upgraded again because I had more than enough gold.
May the world be embraced.
Right away found the Claude, so now we can get things rolling. Immediately I'm going to switch all my items over to him because we have that Celestial, so it's going to increase his attack speed. Or we don't have the Celestial going yet, excuse me, but soon we will. And he is just going to be, you know, spinning very fast and doing a ton of damage. But you can already see that, you know, we're already just rolling and just destroying the enemies. And so you have the initial burst damage from Claude, and then you have the big summoner beast. He's going to clean anything up. And then you have, you know, Zask and carry in the back line. So it's just very strong. Now I like to check my power a lot. I'll hit that and just look at everybody's power, and basically based on that, I can tell if I can save around and, you know, still keep my win streak going, or if maybe I need to refresh and upgrade a hero or two. So yeah, you just see there those crits just from him spinning around. Is very strong. And now we're snowballing on him. I know there's probably a lot of people who are having trouble against dragon altar builds, or really tanky builds, or maybe trouble versus assassins when you're using a marksman build. But this build just, I mean, it has everything, you know. It has the marksman crits, has the celestial,
And
has a
I'm
summoner.
all bite and no
And
bite.
it'll have stuns as soon as we find the pink rune to get stuns off with Claude, because that's really his. I would say his core item is just going to be one pink, and he can be strong. Now we're still looking for was it Selena to get the blood effect going, so we can take out the Wukong and have our celestial bonus in. Now I held on to that Martis because like he's gonna be exchanged for Gato, but you know you can just keep him in until you find your other heroes to get that bonus going. If you are doing this build, I would definitely recommend Eggy for the 15% upgrade off of Eggy Commander, because he's just gonna enable you to upgrade your commander way faster and get these 4 gold heroes that you need. So I found Sicilian,
Thirst for blood
immediately
and for
gonna
him.
take out
It's
this
just
Wukong,
Tear them to
take out the
shreds.
Chow, because he was kind of just sitting in there until I found these heroes, because he was a level 2, you know. But now we have the celestial bonus going, and you're just gonna see how strong it is right off the bat. And Claude is just at the start. I mean, he's really there for the initial burst, but late game, you know, when you get him leveled higher, level 2, you get the right items on him.
Aren't they,
He's
Koopa?
that's why I like to call it the Killer of Kings. He'll take out a whole tank team. Just with 3 marksmen is really all you need with this build.
One life is just
And now it's time to upgrade again, and my build is done, right, except for Gato, which will be switching out for the Martis. But now we are looking very strong here, and we sitting at 90 hit points.
Encouragement is what it
The positioning I'm not really too worried about right now, because we're just overpowered. But you'll see how I change it up just a little bit at the end. And now that we're at full capacity, we're sitting over 20 gold, we have a win streak going. Now we can start, refreshing the shop and start upgrading. And you can see Natalia in there just making sure that nothing in the back line can keep killing our front line, which is just really nice. And she works really well with the Celestial.
hoot hoot. Toot, toot.
Attack speed, just keeps her going.
Go steal the enemy base.
Muscle of iron.
There we go.
No
Found
pains
the
of no
Gato.
gain.
Sell this Martis. And so now the build is fully completed. It's time to level these guys up. Bunch of 1-star warriors until it's time to level, and then it really just scales hard. So one of the main things you're going to want to remember when doing this is just to keep your upgrades going. Don't be too worried about leveling up at the start. You can see I got that wrestler pink rune. So I'm going to have to put that on Claude right away, because this is really going to make it's your core item. Go ahead and move those boots over to Natalia. Put the magic lifesteal on Mr. Gato.
Master Rooney, show my idol.
What's the truth?
Yeah, we're looking solid. Even with the Gato nerf, I mean, I think he's always, unless you're doing a mage build, I mean, he's just there to CC them, push them all up in the air, just give you that extra second for Claude to do his thing. And just look at that, just destruction. I mean, my whole team is still alive. And you can see Claude's damage there is now above the summoners. So the summoners were above him the whole time, but as soon as he gets level 2, he's gonna start popping off.
Or not.
But I didn't try to get him level 2 before my build was done, because I didn't want to be wasting that gold. Like right now I don't have to worry about upgrading anymore. Like it's upgrading capacity anymore. Now it's just leveling my heroes, so it's easy going. It's like we got an assassin team here. The damage, the stuns, summoners, it's too much for him. Power is going pretty good. We're only about 10 power more than most people. Sometimes when I use this build, I have double people's power, which is just insane. Just try to get these summoners to level 2 to make our beast a little bit stronger. Because the beast, summoner beast or whatever with the celestial bonus, I mean he's gonna be the one who can really take out like the tanks, and after Claude's initial burst is done, take out the rest of the team. But like these guys were super thick, like all 3 stars, all grouped up, all tanks. And you just see they just get bursted like nothing.
Carrying 4 fools to victory isn't easy.
Also with this build, it's going to be a very fast game, because you can see I'm hitting them for like 30 of their hit points every time. So it's just destruction start from finish. Now here, nothing really else to pick, so I'll go ahead and, grab that wrestler rune. Now I could take Natalia out here and make the 6 wrestler synergy, but I don't do that because I like to keep her in. She's just a super effective hero.
Let me introduce you to my partner, Dexter.
I don't know if we'll be able to see how effective she is at the late game, but just because I don't think there is going to be a late game, just because we're destroying them. And like I said, one of the great things about her, just having her in your build, is if you need to, if there's some really strong mages, you can just always throw Alu in. But once again, they're not even going to make it to a late fight on there. We're just going to burst them down. I mean, Gato is still level 1, and it doesn't even matter. I'm always going to buy the Claudes.
Let's go fight some enemies.
Because I think everybody kind of already knows a 3-star Claude is just invincible. And if the game was to go on a little bit longer here, I probably would have been able to get him to 3 pretty easily too. It's another good thing about using Eggy Commander is you can get to 9 slots very fast, and that way you can level through these 4, maybe even 5 gold heroes. The CC, the damage, it's all too much. They're rocking 6 Empire, 6 Assassin, which usually is a hard counter for summoners, but not when you have that Claude in there. He's gonna take care of everything. Now here I'm hoping for one last wrestler rune to complete the 6 energy, but if we don't get it, really not a big deal. At this point, the game is in the bag. as far as positioning goes, you know, I kind of like it like that. Just have everything kind of in the back, and Diggy up front always, Gato up front always, and that two gold blood chick. I don't know. Can't remember what her name is right now, but you'll have her up front too. You can see I move Claude to the middle. That way the assassins, you know, can jump on all those backlined heroes that I'm not really worried about. Put Gato up at the very front now that he is level 2. And looks like I swooped the magic box from that fate box there too. Or not fate box, but from the boss. And that guy's comp is just, you know, so thick too, and yeah, it just gets bursted down like nothing.
You to my partner, Dexter. Me? A thief?
Looks like we got 6 Claudes here. I think I had 2 clone saved.
Living freely.
So go ahead and make him 3-star,
Tired of farming. Let's go fight some enemies.
which is kind of a regular thing with this build. I mean, it's not terrible. Go ahead and taunt him a little bit there, and this game is over. Now, guys, I am going to now that my ranking is, you know, locked in place, I'm going to be making a lot more videos and posting them constantly, and, you know, try to start growing this channel. I just now changed my name in the actual game to promote my YouTube channel. So hopefully, you know, we can get things going, and at 1,000 subs, I can start live streaming for you guys. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.